Okay, dear student, today I will continue the numericals from the specific energy, critical depth and critical velocity. Okay, already studied the two numericals from the critical velocity and critical depth and minimum specific energy. Okay, now take the numericals. The question, third question. The discharge of water through a rectangular channel. The discharge of a water through a rectangular channel of width 8 meter is 15 meter cube per second. Okay. The discharge of water through a rectangular channel of width 8 meter is 15 meter cube per second. When the depth of flow of water is 1.2 meter, the depth of the water of the flow is 1.2 meter. Calculate the specific energy of the flowing water, critical depth and critical velocity, value of the minimum specific energy. Okay, see here what are the data they give. Okay, just check the question, what are the data they mentioned here. Given data, discharge, just check the question, discharge Q is equal to 15 meter cube per second. Q is equal to 15 meter cube per second. Width of the channel B is equal to 8 meter. Yes, right? And depth of the flow H is equal to 1.2 meter. Okay, depth of the flow is H is equal to 1.2 meter. The first question is to find out the specific energy of the flowing water. Specific energy of the flowing water. Solution. The first question is to find out the specific energy. What is the equation to find out the specific energy? Yes, E is equal to H plus V square divided by 2G. This equation you already know, right? H plus V square divided by 2G. Here you don't know the value of the velocity. You got my point? Already you same thing you studied in the previous numericals, right? So you don't know the value of the velocity. You have to find out the value of the velocity. Velocity is equal to Q by A. Already you know the continuity equation. Q is equal to V into A. Yes? Velocity is equal to Q by A. So now here, what is the Q? Discharge is equal to 15 divided by area. What is the area? Area is equal to 8 into 1.2. Yes, right? 8 into 1.2. So you got the velocity V is equal to 1.562 meter per second. So what is the velocity? 1.562 meter per second. Okay, just now substitute the value. Specific energy E is equal to H plus, what is the H? H is 1.2 meter plus V square divided by 2G. V is 1.562 square divided by 2 into 9.81. 2 into 9.81. So what is the value you got? Just check it. You got the value. Specific energy is 1.2 plus 0.124. What the final answer will be 1.324 meter. Unit is in meter, right? Already you studied the unit is in meter. Okay, over. Next question, to find out the critical depth and critical velocity. Critical depth and critical velocity. Critical depth and critical velocity. Is it right? Okay, just okay, critical depth and critical velocity. So here, what is the formula to find out the critical depth and critical velocity? You know, to find out the critical depth, HC, the formula is q square divided by g power 1 by 3. Yes, right? Power 1 by 3. What is the q square? Q also you unknown data here, right? You know to find out the q is discharge per unit width, q is discharge per unit width, right? So you have to find out q. What is the q divided by b. What is the q here? 15 divided by b, 8. So you got the value of the q, small q, discharge per unit width. You got 1.875 meter square per second. So substitute HC is equal to 1.875 square divided by 9.81 power 1 by 3. You got the HC is equal to 0.71 meter. Over. Next, go for the critical velocity. VC is equal to root over G into HC. So you got the value 9.81 into the HC is equal to 0.71. So you got the value is equal to 2.639 meter per second. Okay, just check it. Okay. So the third question is to find out the value of the minimum specific energy. Value of the minimum specific energy. What is the formula to find out the minimum specific energy? E minimum. Already you studied. Specific energy, E minimum, is 3 by 2 times of the specific, 3 by 2 times of the depth of the flow, critical depth of the flow. Okay, 3 by 2 times of the EHC. Okay, minimum specific energy, the value of the minimum specific energy is 3 by 2 times of the critical depth of the flow. You know this, the unit is in meter, everything is in head, right? Okay, so the value 3 by 2 into what is the critical depth here? 0.71. So the minimum specific energy is equal to 1.065 meter. Okay, the value of the minimum specific energy is 1.065 meter. Okay, over. Okay, next go for the critical flow. The next topic is critical flow. Critical okay, next topic is critical flow. It is defined as that flow at which the specific energy is minimum. The flow at which specific energy is minimum. The flow at which specific energy is minimum. Specific energy is minimum. Okay, flow at which specific energy is E minimum. Specific energy is minimum, or the flow corresponding to the critical depth. The flow at a critical depth. You know the specific energy is minimum at a critical depth, right? The specific energy is minimum at a critical depth. So this critical flow means the flow at the minimum specific energy, or the flow at the critical depth is called as a critical flow. Okay, it's defined as that flow at which specific energy is minimum, or the flow corresponding to critical depth is defined as the critical flow. Okay, flow at critical depth, flow at a HC, flow at the HC, flow at the corresponding critical depth is called as a critical flow. Okay, you know to find the flow is velocity, right? You know the critical flow VC is equal to root over G into HC. Okay, VC is equal to G into root over HC. So, or you can rewrite the equation VC divided by root G into HC is equal to 1. Is it right? You can rewrite this equation VC divided by G into root over G into HC is equal to 1. This equation, you remembering this equation? You already studied, right? See the Froude number, the equations of the Froude number, FE, equations of the Froude number, you know, VC divided by root over G into HC. Is it correct? Already you studied the equations of the Froude number is VC divided by V divided by G root over G into H, right? V divided by root over G into H, or VC divided by root over G into HC. This is the Froude number. You already know, if the Froude number is equal to 1, okay, if the Froude number is equal to 1, then the flow is called as a critical flow. Already you studied in the second module. If it is FE is equal to 1, then the flow is critical flow. So here see that this equation, from this equation you got VC divided by root GHC is equal to 1, means this flow at a critical depth is a critical flow. Okay, Froude number is equal to 1, so it is critical flow. You already studied critical flow, supercritical flow, subcritical flow, right? If it is critical flow, Froude number is 1. But here it is proved that, okay, here in the last module you just definition, you studied just definitions and conditions, but here it is proved by the equations, right? Here it is proved by the equation. Over. So now critical flow is over. Now you know there will be 3 classification, right? Depends upon the Froude number. There will be 3 classifications: critical flow, subcritical flow, and supercritical flow. Already you studied in the second module. Okay, now go for the subcritical flow. Critical flow over subcritical flow. Subcritical flow, see, is also called as a streaming flow. Is also called as a streaming flow, or tranquil flow. Tranquil. Okay, the subcritical flow is also called as a streaming flow or tranquil flow. Okay, when the depth of flow in a channel is greater than the critical depth, when the depth of the channel is greater than the critical depth, the flow is said to be a subcritical flow or streaming flow or tranquil flow. When the flow, when the HC, when the depth of the flow, when the depth of the flow is greater than HC, you got my point? When the depth of the flow is greater than the critical depth, you already know the critical depth is occurred at the minimum specific energy. When the depth of the flow is greater than the critical depth, then the flow is said to be a subcritical flow. Subcritical flow. And also you know the conditions for the Froude number FE. You know the condition, FE should less than 1. Yes, you might got my point. See the equation, you know, V divided by root over G into HC. If the G into H, if the H increases, what happen? The value here is going to decrease, right? The value here, the before, if it is H, if it is critical depth, then it will become 1. In the critical flow, if it is HC, critical depth is equal to 1. When the H is greater than the HC, what happen? This is going to become less than 1. Okay, this become going to less than 1. So this flow is called as subcritical flow. Just definition, just listen, the definition is very simple. If the depth of the flow is greater than the critical depth, then it is called as a subcritical flow. The Froude number FE is less than 1. The Froude number FE is less than 1. Okay, next go for the supercritical flow. Next go for the supercritical flow or shooting flow or torrential flow. Because torrential flow, you know the definition. See, supercritical flow or shooting flow or torrential flow. Torrential flow means it's rotating, it's on axis. Okay, torrential flow, supercritical flow or shooting flow or torrential flow. Okay, this is the third type of the flow. Classified depends upon the Froude number, right? So here, when the depth of the flow in a channel is less than the critical depth, when the depth is less than the critical depth, the flow is called as a supercritical flow. Then what about the conditions on Froude number? See, what is the equation to find out the Froude number? V divided by root GH, right? If HC, if the depth is HC, critical depth, then what happen? It will become 1. If the depth is greater than HC, if the H less than HC, when the H is going to decrease, when the H is going to decrease, Here it is going to increase, right? So it is greater than 1. The Froude number, the value of the Froude number is going to increase. You got my point? Okay, the first case, if it is critical depth, G into HC is equal to 1 Froude number. Yes. If it is increasing, what happened? The Froude number is going to increase, means greater than 1. Okay, is greater than 1. F is greater than 1. When the F is greater than 1, we can call it as it is supercritical flow. The flow is said to be a supercritical flow. Over. Okay, next go for the alternative depths. Alternative depth. Alternative depth. See, already you studied in the graph specific energy curve. This is the potential energy, EP is equal to H, right? And another parabolic from the equation EK is equal to Q square divided by 2G into H square. Already studied. Okay, the combine, the summation of this both, you will get this, right? This is the minimum specific energy. So this will be HC, right? Is at C. So alternative depth, this is the critical depth. So HC, okay, here from here to here, from here to here is HC, critical depth, right? So alternative depth means there will be 2 points, okay? The one is the depth is greater than HC, is H2, okay? And another at here, okay, take it as A and B. In the last you, okay, whatever, okay, this the depth is less than critical depth is H1. So H1 and H2, okay, at the specific energy A and B, at the point A and B, 2 points, the depth is, one is greater than the critical depth and another less than the critical depth. These 2 depths correspond to the specific energy, is called as a alternative depth. It is any point, okay, the one is greater than specific energy, minimum specific, greater than the critical depth, and another is less than the critical depth. These 2 points, okay, is represented as a H1 and H2, is an alternative depth. Okay, okay, in next class I will continue the conditions for the maximum discharge for a given value of specific energy. Means we are going to find out the maximum discharge, okay, maximum discharge for a given value of specific energy. Okay, that derivation I will do in the next video classes. Okay, okay, thank you.